And here we are.
My name
Welcome,
is Harrison.
everyone.
This is Dan, and welcome to Magician Friday, our weekly stream. Every Friday, we come to you live and teach you magic, review the latest products, and answer all your questions.
Okay, so the two comments I want to make immediately, right from the get-go. Number one, I noticed your new setup.
Yeah, do
Cool.
you like
It
it?
looks a lot more talk show-like. I
Yeah.
like that. Yes. Also, I've noticed how much more um, what's the word? Hasty we are to interject words and our own opinions and say things. Let's keep
Yes.
an eye on that for now, Harrison. Let's just watch that from now on.
Okay, sure.
But yes, everybody, welcome to the 14th episode of Magician Friday. 14 episodes long. That is great. I think we are definitely on the right track, and we're only getting better because we actually have a lineup of cool things that are going to be happening here on the stream, including certain guests that will be joining us.
Yeah, there's one guy. He's the guy. He's the guy I've wanted to get on the moment I found out about him. Right? He's a corporate magician. He performs all over the world, touring on cruise ships and stuff. And I've wanted this guy since I knew he existed. And we got him. We can't tell you the date yet, but he is coming up really soon. He's gonna blow your minds.
Absolutely. Can't wait till you see him. Some of you may know him. In fact, most of you should know him. And when he's here, well, there's no reason for you not to be on the stream because that is the opportune moment to be on the stream, ask him questions directly, speak to him directly, and literally just interact, just like the
And I'm
stream was
sorry,
intended to be from the very beginning.
but the only way you're gonna know when he's on is if you're following the Facebook page, because we ain't gonna alert you on here when he's gonna be on. We will on the Facebook page. So go and follow us at Magician Friday on Facebook. It's gonna help you out. You're gonna see all awesome content, and we do contests and stuff now and again as well as bonus private content.
That's actually very true. You got to be following us on the Facebook page. There's also a link down in the description, which will probably work if you're on a mobile device as well. Yeah, it's right. It's down there. So you have no reason not to follow us on the Facebook page. That is where you get to give us your feedback. That is where you get to tell us what you liked about the episode, what you didn't like about the episode, and what we can change and accommodate you and what you want to see on these episodes. So
This is the
everyone,
reason I've got this new setup, because I got asked to improve the quality, and so I over-delivered with that.
you're even wearing a suit on a really hot day.
Exactly.
I feel for you,
What do
man.
you want?
I mean, just for
It's
you,
freezing over here.
I'm wearing a green T-shirt because
Yes,
green.
I need to get a green jacket. That's what I need.
Yep, yep, yep. So not much has been happening in the Magic community as of lately, from what I'm understanding. A few things have been released.
No,
Quite a lot of things have been released by certain companies, actually, but too much to.
mine's
Yeah, yeah. But how about personal life? Tell me some about that.
personal life's been going well for me. I've, been doing some gigs and stuff, and I've made a major development in myself. College is coming to an end now, slowly but steadily, after doing the 10,000 word assignments that I've had to do. So that's getting better. My performing style's evolving again slightly, and I'm starting to get more involved in the Snapchat and social media than before, as well as doing live streams and stuff like that. This week, what's happened to me? I had a rather unfortunate incident at a gig on Saturday. We were doing something on the microphones, and it's on the same system or frequency as the one downstairs. So anything that I was saying in my mic, they were hearing downstairs. And we got someone coming up and complaining that they didn't want to hear my voice, which was not pleasant to hear. I also had about 100 kids following me and chasing me, screaming for magic. So that's kind of how it's been.
That's kind of cool about the kids. I think that's kind of the reason why you're hired to do the event, to entertain everyone, including the kids. But this thing with a microphone, wouldn't a simple solution be to just change the frequency of the system upstairs?
This is the problem. The frequency in the system that we're on a lot of systems you can't change the frequencies, the set frequencies, so you can't really mess around with them. Like walkie-talkies, if you buy a walkie-talkie or a CB radio system, there's only a limited amount of frequencies that you can change it to, and some of them have only one, in particular in my PA system.
I see.
Right
off the bat,
same brand of manufacturer.
That's cool. I guess not one of those expensive ones, probably one of those cheap systems because of the limited options. Right off the bat, we have Stefan joining us. So, hello, Stefan. He asks a question right away. His question is, what is your style of magic? Comedy or scary? Well, for me, Stefan, I'm sure you know the answer. Me being the guy that's,
creep.
Satan spawn, I guess, is the most direct way of saying it. Being my character, then you kind of know the answer to that. It's the scary type. Because the magic that I do kind of disturbs you, gets a little weird, freaky, scary, and just gives you that little uneasy feeling that makes you a bit uncomfortable and perhaps frightened. But yeah, you know, I'm just the geek magician, the kind of stuff Dance Fairy would do, I guess. You know my favorite effects, Thread, through and through. Now Sin is also in the top 3. So if you haven't seen my review of Sin or my performance, check last week because we have reviewed and performed it then, which is something I recently added to my repertoire and is already one of my top 3 favorite effects. So be sure to go see that if you haven't already done so. But what about you, Harrison? I know your performance style has changed a lot over the past few years, and it used to be the bully that would just prove your dominance amongst hecklers and all spectators. But how about now? Tell me about your performance style now.
It's difficult to kind of describe, but I'd say that my magic style's changed to more professional, sort of like more comedy. Sometimes I don't know what's happening, and a lot more like it'll go from comedy and it'll go straight serious in 1 second. It keeps people involved because they don't know where I'm going to go with it. So 1 second I'll be talking normally, and then my voice will suddenly escalate, and things like this. But it does depend on certain situations. So if I'm full of a group of old people, I'm not going to be screaming and shouting at the top of my voice, unless they're deaf. But it's sort of like it varies. And I mean, as your performance character changes and evolves, your actual effects and tricks that you perform will also change. Because I do a lot for the corporate audiences now, I have to bear that in mind, and the bully tactic doesn't really work anymore. And it's more about them doing the magic than me doing it. Hope that answers your question, Stefan.
Hope so. Sounds good to me. Very thorough answer.
Make sure, guys, you've shared the stream because we need that love. We need to grow up. We need to blow up. And only you, right there, I'm talking to you guys, can help us do that. Even if it's finished, please share the stream because it's going to help us out. And when you do it, we'll stop talking about it for a while.
I'm kind of wondering what the weather is over there in the UK, because here in the US, like I said, it's...
Let me show you. Take you on a guided tour to my window. Have a look here. How do we do this? You should see me now. Yes. So on the weather today, it is very, very cloudy. From the window, you can see it's very cloudy. It's not raining at all, though. So yeah, that also gives you a glimpse into my house. Please don't stalk me. And we're going to switch to the other camera.
Currently, we're just staring at an empty chair. That's all we get to see.
You should have switched the camera view around to the other one. You need to switch it to the iPad. I'm on screen on the iPad. You see me? Hello? Switch the camera view. Like,
we're looking at an empty chair.
Pardon?
Okay, so what I believe you're trying to do is messing around with that setup that you have with one device for audio, one device for video, and currently trying to show video on the audio device. You may want to unmute the
All right, so guys, you should be able to see me now.
Yes, now we do.
Awesome.
So
This is the weather report. From the UK, you can see it's slightly cloudy, but very, very, very cold. No rain, no sun. It's very cold. You've got to bear in mind it's about 8 p.m. here, so it's not going to be the same. So there you are. Don't stalk me. And we're going to switch back to the other camera.
Gotcha.
Okay, so guys, I'm coming back to the office studio / whatever you want to call it. And I want to see who's watching right now, and I want to see if there's any questions at all you guys have. Let me know and I'll answer them. Let us know.
All right, so we just answered two important things, I guess, or for some people, relatively important: the performance style and the weather. As for here, I just want to show you one problem that, because of the nature of the weather and the humidity here in the US when it is summer, let me just show you what it does. First of all, the fact that I can't even pull the cards out of the box, that's to start with. The main problem, that just kind of shows you what I'm kind of showing you. Look at this. It's literally solidified into a brick that I gotta put pressure into to spread out now before I can use the cards again. Try to remove these. Look at that. Look at that right there. And to think, and to think that this is a deck that I just opened recently, about, how long was it? About 19 days ago, right before I left the country. And this is the result of the humidity and the moisture in the air because of the heat of the summer. And that's what happens. So just a warning to everybody who's a magician or a cardician who may not be familiar, if you're in a humid environment or something. Don't use expensive cards at a time like this. Stick to the common bicycles or even cheaper decks, because this is what's going to happen very, very quickly. So the fact that you're wearing a suit probably tells me that it's not that hot, which is kind of cool.
Yes.
You kind of got the lucky end of the stick.
Over here. Cool. Until the heating goes on.
Well, great. We've got our cards pulled out, so we may as well do something with them.
Yeah.
Is there anything you would like to do with backed cards? Or should I?
I want to show you something a little bit unusual, but I'm thinking of saving it, maybe for a couple of minutes.
All right.
It's something that I've been doing a lot more than I used to be doing, and it's blowing up and people are freaking out about it. I'm doing it quite a lot on my Snapchat, and it's getting a lot of good feedback. If you're not following me on Snapchat yet, Harrison H Magic. Do it now, guys. Harrison H Magic. I promise that's the last one, even though it might not be.
Well, actually,
the one thing that I like about this deck is the colour scheme. Very dark. It's perfect for that. I'm just waiting. I wanted you to finish your sentence. That's all.
oh, I thought you were talking about the deck for a moment.
Yes. So let's get it right. There we go. Okay, so I got two cards. This is what I like to call a vision test. Can you see what colour these cards are?
The one up front seems to be black.
What's the one underneath?
Black.
What colour are they?
Black.
Are you colourblind at all?
No, I'm not.
Are you sure? Are you
Positive.
positive? Look again. And I don't know if you can see that, but they actually changed to red.
Hmm.
The only problem is, this particular deck, it's very, very dark, so it makes it quite difficult to see the colour of the cards. And we're going to be getting that into my review, which is coming up very soon. Stay tuned.
I'm sure it also doesn't help that the camera's quality is a little bit hazy for whatever reason. I'm not sure if that's something that was known before the stream started or not, but yeah, everything looks a little ghastly.
Bit out of sync. But it has been worse in the past, I believe.
Well, at least everything is stationary now, unlike before where it was shaky cam all the time. So that's a major
I kind of miss
improvement.
the shaky cam. I kind of miss it. I do see what you mean. It is a little bit blurry.
That is
But it is
probably
better
the most
quality.
perfect giant fan I've ever done, ever. I'm just going to hold this up in front of the camera for a few moments so people get to see this perfection, because it's probably the only time I'll ever be able to pull off something like this. I wish you could see. You're only seeing the back. Let me try to flip it over to the front so you could see the front, and just you could see how perfect this fan. I dropped one. You could see how perfect this is. Can you see that?
Yeah, it's quite a nice fan, I gotta say, and it's unusual for such a humid deck.
Yeah, that felt nice.
Are you going to teach us to do that in a couple of episodes?
Most definitely. If there's enough requests, I will absolutely teach how to fan in a few of the episodes. And I've noticed that a lot of people actually struggle with fans, especially beginners. So yeah, I will certainly be teaching that. This episode, though, we will be getting into teaching something pretty cool, so be sure to stay tuned for that. In a little moment.
Make sure you do, because this is going to blow your mind. I gotta say, it's a classic of Magic.
Just simple. Oh man, it's too humid. I can't even. There we go. There's a standard fan. And the one-handed fan.
I get complaints. People complain saying that my fans aren't good enough.
The way I see it, it seems as though you're doing your fans in reverse, which is a bit
well, that's one way I do it sometimes, because it's a good display. Also, because I'm left-handed, I have to do everything in reverse. Why's my camera going off?
Yeah, your camera seems to have frozen.
Yeah, it's doing it quite a lot. I think it's because it's there. Hang on. It's struggling with the bandwidth. Oops. There we go. No, it's still going off. Is it on?
The current video is kind of frozen. On the stream, for whatever reason, yeah, the stream for some reason it just shows your profile picture. But from what I'm seeing on,
because I got a warning on my iPhone, like low battery or something.
I see. In the meantime, Stefan has actually asked a few questions. He says, who was the Asian American fellow you were with at the college reunion dinner? The magician that did the classic force of the King of Clubs.
I am very confused by your question, Stefan.
I am also very confused. I'm not familiar with who you're talking about or what reunion you're even talking about. Maybe give me a little more information on the situation that you saw him at, the Where?
It's probably Shin Lim.
Shin Lim. That would have been interesting had I met Shin Lim, but no, I haven't met Shin Lim in real life yet.
It's very unfortunate. He's such a nice person. He changed his product to complete crap. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my camera right now. It's a technical difficulty.
Well, in the meantime,
I'm working on fixing it.
you should probably take that device that is used as the video, take it out of the call, and bring it back into the call. And
Yes.
that should
In the
fix it.
meantime, you will be able to view me here in the shaky cam.
You are echoing, so you might want to remove the audio from the other device, or any one of them for that matter.
Hello, hello, hello.
There's still an echo.
I know what.
Fixed.
Yep, it is. So in the meantime, hey stream, got a question for you. Do you guys eat Tic Tacs? Because I know a lot of people that like Tic Tacs. I never liked the white Tic Tacs. They're too bland for me. So what I did was I decided to try another flavor, like the red ones. And they're actually pretty good. So I definitely want to try those. I mean, I recommend you try those. Those of you that are unfamiliar, that's something that I actually did on my Snapchat. Yes, I did do that recently. So my Snapchat is something that I've been giving a little more attention to, and I have been doing more magic on, and intend to continue doing magic on it. So those of you who do not follow me already, be sure to follow me on Snapchat at DANGRO1001, Dangro1001, essentially, which will probably be changing in the future. I probably will change the Snapchat name, but for now that's what it is. I can probably put a snap code up on the Magician Friday Facebook page, which will be happening rather soon. That way you guys will be able to get your daily dose of magic every single day. Meanwhile, Stefan, you have not given me much more information on this individual, so for now I'm going to just continue to move on to a review and magic performance. Yeah, the camera's getting a little bit dark. It is raining outside, so I'm probably going to have to open up some light sources. No big deal, I'll do that momentarily. So I'm simply going to turn off the camera just for a moment. While I'm doing this, I think Harrison has returned. So Harrison, how's the update going so far? Okay, never mind.
There is just some kind of problem. I am working on a fix right now. Hopefully, sometime soon. Okay.
I'm a little bit afraid that the rain is so loud that it probably will be heard on stream, because right now it is literally pounding on the window, which is quite literally right next to me. Okay then. So normally I would perform to another individual on the stream, which normally would be Harrison, but for the meantime, I'm just going to be performing to you guys, the spectators or the viewers watching, as though you were physically here. So here's the effect, essentially. Cards are shuffled. In fact, you can shuffle the cards as well. So go ahead, you take the cards, you give them a shuffle, you give them a mix, etc. Cut. Just like that. Cards mixed up. You go ahead and you pull a card out. Could be any card you choose to. So any one you want to pull out, go ahead. Let's say that's the one you pull out. Right there. Make sure you remember it. Make sure if you saw it again, you would remember that card. So gun. And it can be lost into the deck by the spectator. The spectator can throw it back into the deck. The spectator can go ahead and deck aside. So the card is now gone. It's out of sight, out of mind. In fact, the spectator can even put the cards into the box, put the box away. You're thinking of a card. You have a card in mind. And I have no idea what card it is you're thinking of. I have no idea what card it is Let me just quickly adjust something. There we go. Perfect. There should be no interruptions. Great. You're thinking of a card, and I have no idea what that card is. In your mind, think of that card. I'm going to do a transportation right now, a teleportation. I'm going to get your card to jump out of the deck that is currently put away, that you put away yourself. It's going to jump out of the deck and reappear in my wallet. Ready? Snap. It's done. Your card has now disappeared from the deck and has reappeared when I reach my hand, empty hand, into the wallet and pull out a wallet. Completely empty.
No.
Ready?
It can't be.
I'm going to open up the wallet, and you'll notice right there is a folded up card. Can be taken out by you or the spectator. Here, pull it out.
It can't be true. No way.
Folded up card.
Can't learn this trick on our DVD. Because I'm pretty sure they can.
And watch. Your card. Right there.
No.
9 of spades.
Whoa. That's a true miracle.
No? That wasn't a card?
Maybe I'm being
I must be wrong. Yeah. You're probably going to be telling me, no, I'm wrong. I messed up. 9 of spades wasn't the card. If that's the case, if it wasn't the 9 of spades, then perhaps we can just give it a little shake and change it, perhaps,
Wow.
into the Queen of Hearts.
That is pretty awesome. I can't lie.
So essentially this right here is, in effect, that didn't quite go correctly either, because this isn't the card either.
Oh, really? Whoops.
So,
Here it is. I fixed my camera, by the way, guys. It's all working again now.
Oh,
we
okay.
fixed the
Yeah.
issue.
See,
Just give me 1 second.
I'm currently presenting on the thing, so everyone sees only my camera. Okay, now they should be able to see you when you speak. And right there, it's your selection. 9 of diamonds. Oh, you guys didn't see the flip. I'm too close to the camera. And the wire's probably going to let me get too far, but something like that. Essentially, the card is... I don't want to go too far or move too much, because that's going to be off camera. Yeah, something like that. Close enough. But essentially, yeah. This effect, card to wallet, this was something off of DVD that I will be reviewing. DVD is called...
DVD is coming out soon.
It's called Something Out of the Ordinary by Nicholas Lawrence. And this is one of the effects off that DVD. It's a pretty cool one, actually. It's a multi-effect DVD, but every single one on there is usable. It's workable. It's something that can be done in real life. And this is actually something that I've done plenty of times. And I've hit the card also.
But this time Dan messed up.
But again, think about this. You just saw a card get selected, put back into a deck, and a card from the deck transposes into a wallet and then changes. So that's 2 different things that are fairly impressive.
I would be careful with the LEDs that you use in future, Dan. I would be careful.
I'm sorry, I'm American, so LED means light to me.
Yes. There was lots of light inside of that performance. particularly when the card changed, there was some light shed.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
the people watching won't have a clue what we're talking about. It's the magic code.
So those of you who are probably aware, those of you who've seen me perform ever, and I literally mean ever, I essentially have a wallet dedicated just to magic. So stuff that I make things appear inside of, things that I have lists.
It makes money disappear.
And and from the other episode when I reviewed Rick Lax's psychological effect, that's also one of the things I carry in my wallet. So I just have a wallet full of stuff, and this is just another one of those things that just fits perfectly. A card that appears in my wallet. That you know what? Here's my wallet. We're gonna put that on my head. It's not gonna sit on my head. We're gonna put that right there.
Why not?
I want you to see it. I want you to see the card. In the meantime.
We're gonna do it again, okay.
Actually, no. We're not gonna do it again.
In the meantime, I'm gonna tell you about the products that I will be reviewing later today. I'm going to be reviewing the spiders, also known as the tarantula, the worst invisible thread device that you can purchase.
I didn't even know you had it.
Look forward to that, guys. Oh, I bought 3 of them, and they broke every single time.
Oh, that's
the
great.
wheels are so small, you will make them disappear. That is a true miracle on its own.
Alright, let's try this again.
It's time for Harrison's random bracket after the moment.
I want to make sure this is in view the whole time. Alright, this is sort of something I'm coming up with on the top of my head. So, I'm just going to have a card selected. Seen, viewed, understood, returned into the deck. Very cleanly and fairly returned to the pack. The cards go off to the side, empty hands, yet magically just like that. That wallet that's been in full sight this entire time.
No.
We're going to take it with empty hands. We're going to open it up, reach in there, and pull out a bicycle card. Bicycle back. That happens to be. Did you see the card, Harrison? Do you know what card we're looking for?
No.
The selection.
It's a spades. Woo.
Yeah. Card to wallet. Impromptu. Works every time. But if you want to, there's also the effect that I was talking about by Nicholas Lawrence, which is part of the Something Out of the Ordinary DVD.
This reminds me of something.
Which one of the two I like to perform more than the other, I don't really know. I think it gives you more of a credibility when you just have a card selected and it just appears in your wallet. Versus...
It reminds me of a product called Evolve that was released by Nicholas Lawrence.
Oh, really?
There was a lot of controversy surrounding that product as well. We're not going to go into this video.
Evolve Nicholas Lawrence.
While Dan uses a tool called Google, it's time for Harrison's crap packet week of the week. Packet trick of the week. I've got 1, 2, 3 10s. All I have to do is take the 10, snap, and it becomes racist. All I have to do is take the 10 and snap, and it becomes racist. All I have to do is take the 10, snap, and it becomes racist. 3 racist 10s that are now jacks. Harrison's crap kit trick of the week.
I'm sorry, most of that effect was cut off by the camera. That was way too low and I couldn't see anything.
Oh, for God's sake. Very annoying. Harrison's second crap trick of the week. I have 3 cards. And apparently, I didn't know how this worked until now. Yeah, this is what happens when you don't rehearse. Um, right. While I figure this out, please enjoy this short testimonial from Mr. Dan.
Testimonial.
I don't know. Do something.
Okay, well, we were in the middle of reviewing that effect, the DVD rather, by Nicholas Lawrence. So, yeah, what you just saw me do is one of the effects from it. Again, reiterating what I mentioned twice before, a card is selected, put back into the deck is put away completely by the spectator, the card will appear in the wallet, but it's the wrong card. So you give it a magical gesture, and it becomes the correct one, supposedly. Essentially, it's the card to wallet that changes, which is only one of the multiple effects on the DVD. You have a whole variety of effects that can be done in the real world, in person, and it's just one of them. So every single thing there is possible to do, and I will probably be doing more of those effects in future streams, and maybe even this episode. One of the effects is a stirring stick that goes through a card or through a bill or something like that. Let's see if I can remember. You ever been to Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts where you got those sticks that you stir coffee with?
Allowed then. Have you ever been to the generic coffee shop? Yes, I have been to the generic coffee shop.
Yes, for those of you who have been
to the generic donut shop.
Yes, for those.
And paid £2 for a donut.
Mm-hmm. So yes, for those of you who have been to such mentioned shops, you can grab those stirring sticks that are used to stir your coffee.
Steal them, just go in like you do with the generic fast food shop with a big yellow sign, and take the straws, just like that.
And you essentially take those said objects and pass them through a bill. You know, I feel like in the direction we're going and the way we're going, we're not going to get through all the effects. So let me just skip to the point while I get a chance to actually say something right now and say the DVD is a good DVD. Everything taught on it is actually usable. Everything on it is something that you can use in the real world. So before Harrison interjects with some other witty comment, I give it a high rating. It's a good thing. Go out, get it, and look forward to me doing more stuff off of it. So take it away, Harrison, because you clearly have so much to add.
I want to just finish this the packet trick of the week, the crap packet trick of the week, because I've actually mastered it now. I've got 1, 2, 3 tens right here. All I have to do is take the tens and shake, and they change into 1, 2, 3 red tens, like magic. Generic, rubbish, crap packet week trick of the week. Take it away.
Did you say red tens?
Yes. The jacks, I don't care. It's a shit trick. What do you expect?
Epic. After a silence, that silence just to absorb the awesomeness that just occurred, that just happened.
Yes, it's a true miracle. It's the greatest trick I've ever seen in my entire life, and it's definitely a magician fool. Certain.
You know, I'm looking off to the computer to see if there's anyone that has asked anything or said anything, and Stefan still has not specified as to who this person is that apparently did some forces at my college. Was it college get together? College reunion dinner. I have no idea what that is. My college has never done a reunion.
You're too young. Unless you're actually 70, which I don't think you are. So today, as well as reviewing the crap, I thought, let's take the crap and turn it into something good. This book, I never review books unless they're good. Magic for all occasions. You can see that this is worn. You can see this is a book that I've read many, many times. It's a fantastic book, and I'm going to be reviewing it later, because no one ever reads books on this show, and we get complaints. So there you go.
You know, you gave me an idea, actually. There is, right above me, right above my head, next to this bird that keeps getting in the stream every time, is a pile of books that I've never, ever touched. A pile of books that I probably should get around to reading. For example, just off the top of my head.
You shouldn't read books, book.
Here's just one of them. Here's an example. The Close-Up Magic Secrets by Diamond Jim Tyler. Diamond Jim Tyler's book himself. And I own it, and I have not even opened it. Like, look, not even a crease, not even an opening crease where the binding is. This thing has literally never been opened a single time. It's just been sitting there collecting dust. New book smell doesn't exist.
The new crack smell.
You know, when you open a pack of cards, you get that new card smell. It doesn't work with books.
What the junkies are hooked on. What the collectors crave.
So, you know, if I get enough requests, I actually might even read that book and review it later. Hold on a minute. I think I just found something I haven't seen since I was in elementary school. Holy cow. Harrison, I found an artifact from when I was in 4th grade.
Ooh, I want to have a look at that. Are you going to give us a sneak peek? Come on.
I'm probably going to review this right now on the spot, but...
Awesome.
Can you see it? I'm not.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not presenting.
I can see your name written in nice cursive. And 4-40, because we're in 2040 for some reason.
Oh, you can somehow see that.
Yes.
But Harrison,
very clear.
Welcome to the world of
Drugosaurus. Oh, this is a children's book.
This was a children's book that was provided by my school.
What the hell? This is why you need to go to private school. You need to join the Harrison Horse Magic Academy.
It literally, I think, it goes over all the drugs and what they do. This one goes over tobacco. And you get those nice little visuals.
Drugs appeal to children. I love that.
Look at that.
Okay.
This is amphetamine. This is the picture of amphetamines, kids. That's what it does to you.
These are some classic DVDs from the Harrison Horton Vault of Harrison
Marijuana.
At school.
It's the marijuana dinosaur.
Dan, we could spend a whole episode looking at these things.
At least I can just find some good ones.
While you do, please enjoy the random card flourish of doom.
I want to see this.
This is the random card flourish of doom.
You know, truthfully, and to be completely honest, I think that's one of the best card flourishes I've seen in years.
I can see why. It's the random card flourish of doom. Nothing beats it. Nothing Shinlin can ever do will beat that.
That's honestly going to be a stream highlight. Oh, so somebody just joined. Julian Naduzzi. Oh, well. Sorry you're not.
This is so boring. I'm sorry you're bored to death. Please tell us what we can do to make you happy.
Well, you probably joined a bit later. We literally... Wait, who's this? Julian? Yeah, not a familiar name. So what you missed so far was reviewing a card-to-wallet effect, a transforming tic-tac effect, and going over Drugosaurs. And we also invented the greatest card flourish ever.
Yes, which is definitely not boring. Could this be our mystery disliker?
Well, oh, that's possible. We can find out easily by doing this and refreshing the page. Yep, that's probably him. Yep, I think that's the one.
Because I saw the dislike pop in.
Ooh,
Just
ooh.
as it happened.
While you're here, I'm going to try something. Julian.
Mayfair.
Probably not. Okay, here. Ready? Ready? I gotta turn myself as a presenter so the camera doesn't cut off in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Whoops. What I do? Oh, that's not.
Made me presenter. Yay.
Nope. Okay, here we go. Ready? Ready?
Oh yes.
Watch.
Make it disappear. Is that boring?
See, I thought that was blood, but it's not.
Oh, that's terrible. That's the worst joke that I've ever heard in my entire life. Daniel.
Let's see.
Damn, Daniel.
Actually, the tabbing actually kind of hinders it. I think if you go slower, you can actually get it to go further and easier. Like, hold on. Yeah, no. I think it stops around there.
Preparing for my levitation.
So yeah, that's something I've been working on the side. The human blockhead is
Awesome.
something I've struggled with for a while. Apparently,
Really?
the only
Then
thing I
do
needed
that.
to do to make it actually work is just switch nostrils, literally. I've been I've been doing this one, my left one, for so long, and it would not work for whatever reason. And all I did was I just switched over to the right one, and it worked. So, yeah. Also, I should probably mention, don't try that at home.
Yeah, don't
Whoever's
do
watching.
that unless you want to die. We don't want you to die. Dan does, but I don't.
So while we're at
Unless
it,
you're honest to a disliker.
you had something you were going to review, I believe?
Oh yeah, what was it? Oh, the book. Yeah. Let me just head back to the studio.
Come on,
Yo,
Anderson,
yo,
keep
yo,
on
my
top of it.
friends on the Magician Friday stream. This is the random book of the moment. This is a book which I got given to me in about 2011. If my maths is right, that's about 5 years ago. Am I right? I think I.
Yes,
So,
that is 5
this
years ago.
book was my foundation for learning magic. It's got every section that you can imagine, alright? It's by Kane Ward, Graham Reed. Unfortunately, I haven't met Graham yet. The book is called Magic for Every Occasion. And just like you'd expect, it has magic for wisdom, magic for the pub, magic for dinner tables, magic for cards, magic for children, magic for romance, ooh, magic for business.
It doesn't have the kinky jokers, does it?
Pardon?
It doesn't have the kinky jokers, does it?
Hell no. I'm glad it doesn't. And addresses of magic societies and recommended reading. It's a small book, it's only 114 pages, but it packs a punch. It packs a punch. So the first part it talks about his life, and it has many different tricks along the way. And the further you go down the book, the more advanced they get. And there's some very unusual tricks in here, some which I still use to this day. And it also has a really cool dictionary which gives you all the different terminologies that magicians use. For example, what a billet is, what a billet knife is, what the hell is black art, what's a book test, what's a break, what's a code deck. I'm gonna find one that I won't know. What's a dropper? What's a dye tube? What's a devil's handkerchief? What's a Mexican turnover? That's something that no one knows. Do you know what that is?
Even I have no idea what that is.
I know what it is, because I've read the book. Gimmicked blade. What the hell is that? Glimpse howlet. Yeah, a howlet. It's a small prop designed to keep cards in an upright position. One of the most important moves. This is like 20 pages. And it also has a you can trust that will work for professional magicians. It's a foundational book if you want to learn magic for every occasion. So that wherever you are, if you're on a date, if you're performing businesses, or if you're doing children's magic, you got something. This even teaches you how to make mini illusions. It's fantastic.
I should probably mention right now, your camera is your profile picture once again for some reason. Are we having camera issues today?
I think so.
Never mind. Yeah, we're back to normal. Never mind. We're good.
Yeah, I see. It's just a little bit off and on.
Cool.
But yeah, this book is just what you want, because it's going to teach you all the foundational magic. It's going to teach you what the hell a himba ring is, which I didn't know before I read this book. And all sorts of other terms. So this is just a great book to read, just to understand bits of magic that you're never going to get to know. It's like the Wikipedia of magic. Like linking rings. You know, it's got every terminology you ever need to know about business and magic. Well, magic really. It's going to take you a little bit of reading, but it's a great book. It's going to teach you what you need to know about magic. It's relatively cheap. I mean, it's supposed to be £3.50 in this book. This is printed in. When was it printed? I can't even see when it was printed, but it's one of these books that I got when I was a kid, and I signed with 1978. So this might even be out of print, so you might not even be able to get it anymore. But I just rented this book from the library at my magic club, and the guy just gave it to me. He said you can keep it, and I've kept it ever since. It teaches you everything you want to know. So if you want to take your magic to the next level, you want to understand terminology that no one is going to get. You want to get this book. If I was you, I would probably get it on audio, but you can't get it on audio because it's a book. That's a shame. But this is great. Ease of learning is probably about a 5. Quickness, you can learn the information. And one of the great things, because it's a book, is you're not going to steal a performer's style, which is great if you're starting off. For example, if you watch me perform, you might steal the way I perform, and I don't want you to steal my character. I want you to create your own, and so does Dan. But if you do want to steal my character, ask permission first. Overall, I'm going to give this book a 9 out of 10 because it's absolutely fantastic. The only thing I can improve is the dating advice could be a bit more accurate in the romance section. It only really has magic. It doesn't really go into detail. But apart from that, it's a great book. For beginners, intermediates, advanced, and professionals like myself. It even teaches you how to make your own change bag. What more do you want? It's going to save you more money than you can even imagine.
That's nice.
It's even got like an envelope thing, you know, like there's free boots, and they choose a boot on stage, and the one that they pick's got money in. Fantastic. Genius. I'm just going to read you an extract from the chapter Magic to Romance. The golden rules. Avoid doing too many tricks in one session. Ladies do not enjoy long, complex card tricks. Be warned. The ability to perform a few conjuring tricks is useful to assist you when you're entertaining a young lady. It is too easy for conversation to become stilted, and a quick trick or two is a welcomed icebreaker. This chapter contains a selection of tricks which ladies enjoy. Some are designed to make you the centre of attention at parties. Other are for more intimate moments. And then it goes into detail for some of the tricks, which I am going to purposely remove for you. And try and find you something that doesn't teach you how to do stuff. See, it's even got strategies for getting people's phone numbers. Final thoughts. The average lady, is there such a thing? Enjoys being in the company of a man who is amusing, lively. If you are sure the occasion is suitable, keep your routines short. It was thanks to magic that I met a girl that's now my wife. Pullman. Overall, fantastic book, great foundation. I'm going to wrap it up here because I can talk to this book for about an hour. Get it. If you can find it on Amazon, get it. I don't even know if you can get it on Amazon. Yeah.
Was it necessary? Yeah, probably we should. We probably should. Because, yeah, I don't know if it was necessary reading all those extracts, but okay, sounds like a really good book.
One extract.
This is reminding me of those shows when I was a kid, where some guy in a suit would just sit at a table, pull out material, and just read to the little children. That's what this is becoming.
It's the review part. It's over now.
By the way, I think I should let you know your camera's a bit glitched again. We can't see you again for whatever reason. You might want to look into that to next episode. And if I sound like I'm raising my voice a bit, it's because the rain outside is getting louder and louder by the second. I'm sure you could hear it at this point.
See what the problem is. You brought the rain with you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I really do.
So, if you remember correctly, in the last episode, what were we doing? We were teaching you how to do the French drop with a coin.
Yes.
Right? You had a coin, and we were teaching you how to grab it with the other hand, but have it completely vanish its entirety. However, in this episode... We apologize for that
technical
slight interruption. Yep. I'm just going to make sure that the there is nothing. Yeah, pretty much. Like I had mentioned, the rain is getting fairly loud. Actually, that's a quite significant sound difference. I believe that will make the stream's quality a bit better. Okay, so where was I? I was stating that... Hold on. Where's the video? Why is the video not working? Hello? Hello? Okay.
Yeah, you're visible.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm not visible on my device. Okay, well, I guess I'm doing this blindly because I can't see myself in front. So what we had done was go over how to do the French drop, where we take a coin, pretend to grab it, and it would completely transpose or disappear, or whatever you want to do with it, for that matter. However, this time, I'm going to teach you how to have the coin open visible in plain sight in the center of your palm, and still, with an empty hand, have that coin completely vanish entirely from both hands, unless you're ready to get it to return. Now, how's that done? Well, this is a technique very similar to the previous one, except there's a few key differences, and it's actually a lot more versatile, and you can do a lot more with it. Essentially what's happening is it's called the palm. Now, I'm sure a few episodes ago you remember how I taught you guys how to palm a card, right? A card, a pack of cards, you got 10 of spades on top, and you can simply hand the cards over with the 10 of spades palmed in your hand. This is very similar, except in this case, what we're doing is we're palming a coin, and I believe palming the coin came first before palming the card. And what that looks like is this. Now, we got to understand what the palm is before we go into what it can do for you. Now, the palm, well, I'm sure this explains it very well. Your hand seems empty, your fingers are open, there's no way you could be hiding anything in your hand because it's so relaxed and empty. And if the hand were at your side right now, nobody would suspect a thing at all. However, with your fingers open, with your hands able to make gestures, you secretly have a coin inside of your hand. What did I do just now in my performance? I showed you the coin. The coin was visible in the palm of your hand, my hand for that matter, and as I transferred it over, or pretended to because it's in the palm, this hand seems empty, and this hand is a matter of gesturing the coin completely vanishing. So how do we do the palm? We're going to start at the very beginning because this is how you honestly learn how to palm a coin. If you have a coin with you, pull it out just like last week. Get it ready, pull it out.
You can find. Let's start now.
It's actually better to start with a larger coin. Yes, that is true. Whatever coin you typically do magic with in your country, that's the size you want to eventually get up to. But if there are any larger coins, start with those just for the tutorial purposes.
For example, in the UK, you can use a £2 coin, and then eventually go down to a 10p. In the US, you can use a $half before going down to, which one is it?
The quarter.
Quarter. There you go.
Yes. In fact, the one I'm using right now is indeed the quarter, which is commonly what everyone performs with. Nobody really performs with a $half or a dollar coin, but it doesn't really matter, essentially. So, what happens? Your palm has muscles going around the side, right around here. What you're doing is essentially having a coin rest in the middle of them and crunching them all around the coin so that they rest in your hand. Now, when you do this initially, your hand's going to be in a very, very awkward situation, and it's going to look like this. It's going to look very, very awkward. What you're going to do is practice it, just like palming a card. When you have a card just sitting there, resting there, and practice walking around with having no windows, just having the card palm there, you're going to do the exact same thing with the coin.
How you want to do that, right?
Differences is going to be easier.
This is my challenge to you watching if you're new to coin magic. Every day I want you to take a coin. If you're in school, if you're working, doing anything, keep the coin there. I was speaking to a magician. He told me that he used to sleep with coins pointed in his hand, like that. He'd sleep like that. So it's always that default setting. And then randomly, for his wife, he just produced the coin out of nowhere. And she saw it. She didn't see it coming because she didn't see him palm the coin at all. And that was his secret. So keep it natural and do it whenever you can.
Yeah, what Harrison's trying to say is...
Explanation.
What Harrison is basically trying to say is just go throughout the day with a coin palmed. And try to do your daily tasks. Try to walk around all day with a coin palmed. That's how you learn how to palm efficiently. I'll be honest, I'm not that great at it myself. However, I did manage to get to the stage where I can have the coin palmed and have my fingers open and usable. Just like that.
You should be able to have the coin palmed, pick up a glass and take a drink.
Yes, that's actually very good.
And it should be so loose that you can just tap and it will drop out of your hand. Because if you got it too tightly, that's when you're going to get that awkward position. So you want it to relax, you want it to be natural. So practice grabbing cups, practice, floating playing cards, doing whatever the hell you want to do where you got the coin secretly palmed.
A little suggestion that I've seen a few people tell me, which kind of helps. One of the key muscles that does this is the one right underneath your thumb. In fact, if you move your thumb, you can actually make this a little easier for yourself by using that fleshy part of the base of your thumb to help kind of push the coin in there. The downside to it is if you rely on this, the thumb will not be visible when you hold the hand naturally, which frankly doesn't look natural. So you want to actually practice doing this normally with the thumb at the side. But in the beginning, this is something that probably might help. Now, why are we teaching how to palm, and why does palming exist? How does that help? Well, to begin with, as you just saw, I did an effect where I showed you the coin in the center of my hand, did a transfer, or false transfer, where I pretended to put the coin there, but retained it here. The coin then vanished.
It's the easiest way to steal sweets in the entire world. Go to the pick and mix, pick up a sweet, have a look at it, put it back, and walk out. Don't actually do that. That's really bad. I don't condone that.
Yeah, probably shouldn't be doing that to steal anything. However,
I don't condone stealing.
something that I do actually do on a frequent basis. A coin is laying on a person's hand. My hand is above their hand. So essentially the coin is isolated because it's on top of their hand and my hand is above it. Nothing can get to the coin, but watch, if you go just like that, the coin doubles. Now you got two.
They steal your money.
The possibilities are endless. When you palm a coin, like Harrison had mentioned, nobody even has to know you have anything palmed. You don't even have to go into a palm. You can just start with a palm and simply produce the coin out of nowhere. It's a coin production right off the bat. And I have actually seen magicians walk up on stage with a coin palmed, do a routine without anyone knowing they have a coin palmed, invite a spectator on stage, shake their hand. I kid you not, they shook their hand with the hand that had a coin palmed, and then produce the coin and other stuff.
Don't run when you're not being chased, guys. If you think that you can deal with it, you can. For example, I've got a coin palm right now. My video's gone off again. Great.
Yes, it has.
This sucks.
It kind of does, but...
Anyway, guys, as I was saying, have
The
coin palmed in your hand so no one can see it.
Okay.
Have it palmed. Keep it there. No, I think no, it's there. Grab other items, and it's a perfect way to hide it. Because that hand looks natural. Because it's got that item there, but you're actually palming as well. An even greater way to palm is to palm it, and then just make it vanish.
One of the key things we should probably go over, if we're already teaching you how to palm, is how to get into the palm. Personally, I am familiar with and have used two different ways in order to do it. Besides the obvious one of just putting it into palm and then walking out on stage to do whatever it is you need to do. Once you're in performance and you already have a coin out there, there are two ways that I know of to do a palm now. The first one I just showed to you. Have the coin resting on your hand, like so, and as you tilt your hand over, or as you, whatever it is you need to do, you're simply using your muscles, like before, grab the coin, pretend to do a transfer, coin's in palm. Just like that, simple. The second way that you can get into a palm, which a lot of magicians use, I'm not quite comfortable with. What you'd have to do is have the coin at fingertips, like so, and allow the coin to balance on the middle finger. And I kid you not, they do this. They use their middle finger to push that coin up into their palm, like so. And I think they do it under the guise of throwing the coin into their other hand, or throwing it at the floor, or even just vanish, I believe.
Yeah.
So that's two main ways. The way I often found is that in the beginning, when I did the thing with the coin on the palm and doing the transfer, when I would try to grab the coin, I don't know, I can even show this to you right now because it's happening right now. I found that when I tried to do it, the coin simply slides rather than getting grabbed. It doesn't get grabbed by the muscles, it just slides around. What I found is, what worked for me is if I put a little bit of pressure down, if I held the coin in place for just a moment so I can grab it before it actually goes into palm. So what I did was, I discovered that if I point to the coin and say, look, there's the coin, it does two things. Number one, it gives me the opportunity to do that palm as I turn my hand over so it stays in place. It essentially holds the coin down. And number two, it tells them, hey, look, the coin's right there. Follow the coin. Watch it. It's right there. And as they think they're following it, it makes it that much more deceptive. Because when the coin vanishes, you pointed to it just a moment ago. So theoretically, they should know exactly where it is. Yet, you fool them. Come up with different ways to utilize the palm. Come up with different ways to utilize it into effects. Come up with effects for it. Whether you have it transfer from one hand to the other, whether you make it vanish and appear in your pocket, whether you did what I did, where you start with a palm, then you have a coin multiply into two, or just producing them. There's so many possibilities, endless possibilities of what you can do with this one move. Practice it, perfect it, make something out of it. I'm teaching it to you. You utilize it and come up with your own creative.
Don't teach it
to others now. Keep it a secret.
Keep it locked away.
Hidden.
From only those.
Core magic.
Yes. And by the way, I think you got the echoing thing going on again due to both devices having their audio on. Just thought I'd let you know.
Has that fixed it?
Yes, it has.
Lovely.
However, we don't see you now because the audio...
Yes, you do.
There we go.
There we go, yes. Now we see you.
Yes. Awesome.
So, what exactly would you guys like to learn next week? Let us know in the Facebook chat or in the comments below. Probably it doesn't work because it's a live stream. Like I mentioned before, be sure to join the group in Facebook because that's the primary way you can keep in touch with us.
If you guys
I don't have any questions
you want to ask me and you want an instant response, send it to me on Snapchat because you're going to get an instant response because I review Snapchat posts a lot quicker than I check my emails, than I check my videos, and then I check all my other forms of social media. Just the truth. So follow me on Snapchat, Harrison H Magic, not Harrison Hates Magic. Harrison H Magic. Do it.
You left the audio on for both devices again. There was an echo the entire time. We'll get this flattened out. We'll get this all working.
Moving itself. That's the annoying thing.
We'll get it working by the end of
next one. I promise it'll be working.
Yes, and of course next week, keep your eyes peeled. for a guest that we're going to have on the stream. Not going to say who it is quite yet.
We're going to be having. We can't tell you who it is. I can tell you he's a big corporate magic guy who travels the world and is in a country that is not a member of the EU. And I'll tell you what, guys. If you follow me and add me on Snapchat, I got this very secret magic training video right here. I'm going to give it you for free. It's going to follow up what we've learned here and teach you the coin vanish in full HD and explicit detail instead of this camera, which is really pixelated. Over a 20-minute video. Follow me on Snapchat, and if you can show me that you watch Magician Friday, just like literally write Magician Friday in a text to me, and you're going to get this. Right here. 20 minutes for free. This normally sells for £1, so I'm giving you £1 away for free. What more do you want? We've got some more special guests lined up in the future as well, but we can't talk about them yet.
Only way to find out.
Keep in touch and follow us on Facebook to ensure that you can get the latest updates.
Amen. I definitely agree with that. Let me just quickly fix this so that you can actually see you when you were speaking, due to the fact that we couldn't previously. Because I'm not sure if you're...
For all those guys who shared the stream, I really appreciate it. We really appreciate it. Keep sharing.
Same, definitely. All right. In that case, we've gone over fairly everything. Next week, we will be having quite a great time. We might even include a contest. But, like we said, the main feature of next week is going to be that guest. It's fairly important, pretty big deal. So, be sure to tune in next week. You should... Okay, my brother. Yeah, be sure to tune in next week. Be sure to bring questions. Be sure to bring popcorn.
Olsen.
And I've been Double MD.
I will see you guys later. Bye-bye. Harrison H Magic on Snapchat, harrisonholton.com.
Take care, guys. See ya.